The open sea, its mystery and beauty have always been irresistible. But when the ocean turns, it shows no mercy.
Mayday! Mayday!
This is the true story of 5 sailors shipwrecked in the Atlantic with no food and no water.
We're gonna die!
Every choice they make is life or death in these shark-infested seas. The brand new 58-foot luxury yacht Trashman surges through the Atlantic. Her owner made his millions in the rubbish business, and a hastily assembled crew who've never sailed together before are delivering the yacht to his home in Florida. The 6-day voyage begins in Bar Harbor, Maine. The crew will sail 1,300 miles down the eastern seaboard of the United States to Fort Lauderdale. The most experienced sailor is Deborah Scaling Kiley. She's the first American woman to have completed the grueling Whitbread around the world race. Debbie has been hired for the run by the yacht's skipper, John Lippock.
It's running nicely now. Head back inland, hire some more crew, yeah? Problemo, Debs. Problemo.
Is everything all right?
John's brought along his girlfriend, Meg Mooney. She's no sailor, just along for the ride and looking forward to parties, calm waters and sunshine.
Weatherfax says clear sailing all the way.
Brad Kavanagh's the youngest crew member. He signed up because Debbie's on board.
Now, why don't you go to sleep now? I'll take the next watch with John. Ask him to come up.
Brad's a decent sailor, although he's not yet in Debbie's league. The Trashman heads inshore to Annapolis, Maryland, to pick up the final member of the 5-man crew, an English sailor who's a friend of Brad's.
Debbie, this is Mark Adams.
Hi.
Debbie here did the last Whitbread. Is that right?
That's right.
I better know what your job was.
The first day is an easy sail. By nightfall, they're right on schedule. But this calm doesn't last long. A storm is gathering, and it's moving quickly towards them.
Debbie! Wake up! Debbie!
That was 4 hours?
It's blowing a gale out there. Meg's fallen. She's hurt, and we're taking on water.
John!
She's hurt real bad. Can you come take a look at her?
Where the hell did this storm come from?
I couldn't believe the conditions had deteriorated so much.
This is why I got into sailing, Brad.
Well, my mother sailed through a hurricane when I was in her belly, but I can honestly say that this kind of weather is not in my blood.
Come on! Better help her. She fell on her back.
Well, I'll take a look.
Meg, and when the boat fell and wiped out...
Debbie, leave it. Just help her, okay?
But John...
Debbie, for once, would you just do what I say?
I want to go home, John. Take me home.
Okay, Ellie. Let us know. Sailing vessel Trashman calling Coast Guard. We urgently need a compass heading so we can head inshore. We have no chart. Over.
Are you out of your mind? We're in a gale and you're hammered! You're a bigger idiot than I thought!
Good one. Still floating, isn't she?
the Coast Guard advised us that we should go to Wilmington, North Carolina. But when we altered course and headed into the coast, and it was like one of those amusement park rides.
The yacht's sails are ripped off in the storm, so John turns to the engine in a last-ditch attempt to power through the waves. Not knowing what else to do, John makes a decision the others find hard to take. He radios for help.
Yes, we're running on emergency power. We need assistance immediately. We're in trouble. Our engine is down. Our sails are damaged. We need immediate rescue. Over.
Need rescuing.
No right calling the Coast Guard!
He's a skipper, Mark. He called the shots. Don't forget that.
Roger that. 2 ships, Exxon, Huntington, and Gypsum King. 4 hours away.
Since the 2 merchant vessels are the closest ships to the Trashman, the Coast Guard requests that they head towards the yacht to assist. Help is at last on its way.
We'll rendezvous. Roger that. Over. Come in, please, Coast Guard. This is Trashman. Are you still there? Over. Anybody there? Anybody there? Over. Anybody? Anybody?
Powerless, the yacht is battered by the enormous waves. But after 12 hours on watch and with help on its way, Debbie and Brad decide to get some rest. Without sails or an engine, the yacht's almost impossible to steer. So Mark ties off the helm and heads down to sleep. Brad lies awake, ill at ease, as the situation begins to get much worse.
Debbie! Debbie! We gotta get out of here. No, let's get out of here! Go!
Mayday! Anybody! Mayday! Mayday! We're sinking! We're sinking! We're sunk! Anybody!
Mark frantically struggles to undo the pressurized canister holding the life raft and survival gear. Brad heads for the only other option, a tiny, inflatable dinghy.
Sorry, I lost the life raft! Where's Mac?
Get away from me, yacht!
Debbie! Be careful!
You gotta keep your head up, okay? Now!
We're all gonna die!
Get under the dinghy! There's a shelter! I can't!
We'll be out of the wind!
Rather than flip the dinghy over, the crew get underneath it, where they'll be sheltered from the bitterly cold wind and rapid hypothermia.
Oh, come on! Check on you!
Soon, the water begins to have its own chilling effect.
We gotta get out of the water! It's cooling us down!
Give me a minute! Lie down next to me. You two, lie on top of us.
cold, aren't you? Let's turn it back over. We're gonna freeze to death. Look, man, you want to go back in the water and help yourself. There's a whole ocean out there.
I'm not touching you!
You did it again! Cut it out!
What are you talking about? I'm not kicking you!
Stop! Now! We're shocking the ocean!
Mark, I'm warning you! Do not hit a single shark with that! Are you out of your mind? What do you think? What? You're gonna calm him down? Give me that! Hey, Debbie, do you think maybe we can make a sea anchor out of this thing? Stabilize this tub?
By nightfall, the storms died down, but the sharks are still out there. The crew's hungry and thirsty, and the night air begins to freeze their wet bodies.
A light! A light! A light!
Oh god, it's close. Paddle! Damn!
I don't want to die.
The ship has gone, but some unwanted guests refuse to leave. Day 3, and the crew of the Trashman are still adrift in the Atlantic, suffering from dehydration, infection, and the fear that they'll never be found.
Hey, do you think a ship will rescue us before the Coast Guard finds us?
Coast Guard's on its way.
Yeah, sure, of course. Coast Guard's on...
Hey, guys, I got news for you. The Coast Guard ain't coming. They never were. They forgot about us. We're on our own.
Thanks a lot, Debbie.
Hey, Brad, where do you think we are?
Well, from roughly where we went down, we're anywhere between 35 and 135 miles off the coast.
What? Is that far? We could still be blown to shore, right? Guys?
My God.
The crew have no idea where they are, but the dinghy's now 140 miles from shore and heading out into the Atlantic. The dynamics of the group begin to change, and partnerships form as the survival instinct starts to take hold.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry I got you into this. If I didn't have you, if it was just me and those guys, I don't know.
We just need to stick together. You and me.
I can hardly stay awake.
Why don't you go to sleep? I'll watch you. Make sure you're okay.
What are you doing? That stuff will kill you!
Hey, I'm this way, Grant.
yourself.
Get back in the boat, John. John, go back in the boat. Get back in the boat, John. He's coming back.
Brad, do something.
I can't. I don't have the energy, Debbie. Look how far away.
I can't see him.
He's gone.
The 4 remaining survivors of the Trashman cling to life as they drift helplessly in the Atlantic. The sharks have just claimed their first victim, John, the captain.
Hey, gorgeous. I know how to make you feel better. Take your mind off John. Promise.
We've got to stop this.
Let's just see how she deals with
Right. I'm tired of playing games. I'm just going back to the 7-Eleven to get some more beer and cigarettes.
Mark, you're not going to the 7-Eleven for anything. You know we're in this dinghy, don't you?
I'm just going over for a minute. Just to stretch my legs. And get rid of the cramps. Just for a moment.
Brad and I get up and go,
No. I'm just stretching my legs. I'm getting right back in.
and just about that time, we feel this. Bam! And then we feel a bam again. And all of a sudden we realize... shucks. It was without a doubt.
So they...
What did she say?
I don't know.
She's dying, isn't she? Debbie. Should we eat her?
Ugh. She's too infected, Brad. We have to get rid of her.
I'm so hungry. My stomach's twisting in pain. You're right.
okay?
I don't know. I've been retching ever since I woke up.
It's the water in the bottom. Meg's died in it. It's making you ill. My son's only making it worse. We gotta wash the dinghy out.
We can't. I don't have the energy.
Yes, you do. We're turning this thing over right now.
What about the sharks?
I haven't seen sharks for hours. Come on, Brad. Don't give up on me.
Debbie! You gotta leave out here! For God's sake! For God's sake!
She's finding it impossible, life and death, and I pulled myself into the boat while she sat 3 feet away from me just crying.
Bitch.
I'm so sorry, Brad. I'm gonna make it up to you. Let's catch fish. We're going to survive.
Debbie! There's your ship. Turn around.
Look how close it is. And I turned around, and it was amazing.
And I waved at him, and he waved at me, and next thing I knew, there wasn't just one person that came out, but there were like 5, 6 people. They were all coming out. They threw all their life-saving equipment out at us, and Debbie jumps off the boat.
No goodbyes? Nothing?
And when they finally hand me off to the last guy, he just gently lays me on the deck, and I realized that they were Russian.